Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Muichirou. Muichirou would not be confident in his ability to give you a good back massage, but he's actually quite good at it. He's gentle enough, but with the right amount of force to be able to give you a satisfying back massage. It's all you really need, and all you've ever wanted. You didn't know how much you needed this, but it felt like your bones were aching and calling out to you to let them rest. And Muichirou, the angel that he is, was able to soothe the ache and make you feel like you were just born anew. Perhaps he just had that way about him in everything he did, but you would not be getting into detail about that. As soon as you were done, he turned around, pressing a soft kiss to his cheek and watching him blush. Was I really that good, Wayan? Oh, you were perfect. But then again, you're perfect at everything you do. You murmur softly, and you watch as his blush spreads across his face and gets a little bit brighter. And you wrap your arms around him, pulling him in for a hug. He was really nice, really gentle, and everything you've ever dreamed of, and spoiling him just a little bit in return for that amazing back massage was the least you could do for him, and that's why you were going to spoil him real well tonight. But for now, you were just going to cuddle for a little bit, and if it turns into something more, well, you're not really to blame, are you? It's definitely his fault, and totally not yours. Giyuu to Myoka. Now, Giyuu actually gives incredible back massages. You don't know why and where he got that skill from, but is actually quite skilled at it. And you would have been quite suspicious of that, had you not known him well enough and known that he would never actually do this to anyone else, considering the face that he gave you when you asked for it. But, Wayan, do you really need me to do that? I could call on a professional for you. So you would want another man to do this to me? You say, knowing full well you could call in a woman if you wanted, but you just wanted to tease him and see his reaction, and it was actually quite delightful. You know what, Wayan? I'll just do it. You don't need to call in anyone, he says. And that's when you realize you got exactly what you wanted, laying on your back, while he just massaged it and kept talking to you, whispering softly in your ear, while he turned your head slightly to the side. He gave you kisses every so often, and perhaps the two of you got a little bit derailed from the original purpose of this. But whenever you got off topic, he would get right back into it. And he would talk to you, kneading with your back gently, and all those spots of tension would disappear, a little fluttering in your heart at his movements. Perhaps whatever you needed, it was more than just a back massage, and, well, for that you would need to tell him and be a little bit more honest with your feelings. And I suggest you do that, as he's not really good with reading your own feelings. He's not a mind reader after all. Can't blame him. Rengoku. No, Rengoku actually gives an amazing back massage, and you don't expect it, and you don't ask for it. He offers it after he sees how tense you seem to be, and how hard you've been working all day. Come on, Wayan. You need something to relax. Are you sure about this? I mean, you've been working too. You need to rest, dear. But he's not convinced, and that's how you end up laying face down while you're shirtless, and he massages your back gently, his fingers kneading into the tension as you let out soft sighs of content. His touch felt like heaven, his warm, calloused hands, big hands, might I say, just kneading into your back and moving along. And it almost made you fall asleep at how peaceful you got. But could you really blame yourself? He's quite good at this. You don't know how he got that skill, and you don't care enough to ask. You just know it's a very good one, and you're probably gonna ask for more of this later. And once it's all done, you go sit on his lap and cup his cheeks in your hands, leaning in to give him a soft kiss. Thank you, Rengoku. I mean it. He smiles, putting a hand in your hair and pulling you even closer to him. You don't need to thank me, darling. It's the least I could do for you after a day of hard work like that. You don't want to tell him that this is more than just the least, but you give him a kiss nonetheless. And that's because he's the sweetest boyfriend that anyone could ever have. Tengen. Now, Tengen actually is an expert at this. He probably does this for all of his wives, and once you join in, well, you're no different than the rest of them. They have a special day, weekly, where this occurs, and he takes much joy and pride in his work. It's your turn, Ryan. Now come on, lay down, he says. And there's your favorite song playing in the background as his hands knit through your back, while he hums to you, talking to you and telling you how beautiful you are, how gorgeous, and how beautiful your body felt, how he would want to touch you in other ways. Well, certainly, it would not be appropriate during any other massage, or had he been doing this to anyone else. But the two of you were married, together, and so deeply in love. So it was more than alright. And once it was all done, he would turn you around and finish it all with a soft kiss to your lips. How are you feeling now? I feel quite amazing. How are you so good at this? Well, practice makes perfect, my darling. And I've had a lot of practice and experience. He found herself blushing at his words, smiling as you pull him in for one more kiss. He's truly had a lot of practice and a lot of experience in many areas of her life. And you're quite glad about that. It makes things much more exciting.